What's up, guys? Michigan Air Gunner. As you can tell, we're back out at the farm. Farmer's been telling me that the deer are starting to come into the feed bags now. But anyway, so I have the FX Dynamic 357 sent to us by High Pressure Pneumatics. Huge shout out to Tom for sending this to us. I'm not going to tell you what I'm shooting out of it just yet. I'm going to wait. But right now, I have this thing going about 200 foot-pounds. So I'm not going to be going for long shots. I'm hoping to have it less than 50 yards. And I'm hoping it just dies in the field. That's kind of the reason I've been holding off on this, is I kind of want a spot where I know I'm not going to lose that deer. So if it runs through this cornfield, it's going to die, and we should be able to see it. Hopefully it leaves a good blood trail, but I don't know. Haven't taken a deer with it yet. Does it have the power? Yes. Is it going to fail me? I don't know. So far, I can tell you that I do have to take one random shot before sitting down, because you do get the red creep, and it does creep up higher than what this spring can overcome. So I don't know if that means putting a new regulator in it. I might put a human regulator in it, or if I need to put a heavier hammer. But I really wish it just worked. But with air guns, stuff don't always work that way. So anyway, we're gonna sit back and kind of just wing it for the moment. I'll probably just sit up next to one of these trees. You guys seen me taking deer here before, and hopefully one comes in. Stay tuned. All right, so down there are the feed bags. All right, and then up here is where we're going to be watching, because this is going to be the safest spot for us to be shooting. We'll be shooting into that hill, and nothing's really going to be flying anywhere we don't want it to. I'm kind of just going to sit next to this tree and see what happens. And yes, everything is way far away. So I know what you're going to say. Keyboard warriors will start going off. There's a house all the way over there. It is a lot further than you think it is. And at that particular angle where we're going to be shooting, we're probably going to hit the top of the hill if anything comes out. So, yes, I've taken all this into account. And hopefully I'm going to actually kind of point more this way. You can't see where I pointed, but you'll see it if something comes out. Here we go. Alright, so these deer are just now starting to come in. I don't even know how many of them are coming down. Look at them all. The one in front is just a little guy, and he is just the happiest little deer there is. Look at him go. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Not a care in the world. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Oh yeah. He don't even know what's going on. This deer is just walking straight towards me. Doesn't even know I'm standing or sitting there. Do-do-do, do-do-do. So that is just a little guy. I don't want that guy. I can see some bigger ones in the back. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just kind of waiting for them to get closer and see what big ones are in there. Doo-doo-doo. It's just crazy at this time. All these deer just come running in as it starts to get down to the last bit of shooting light. And I was just up there on that hill walking around to see if I could see any deer. Came back, sat down for maybe 5 minutes, and all these deer started coming. There's a lot of little guys in there, but there is a couple of decent sized ones. And I'm just gonna wait and see how close I can actually get them into me. What's good about the farm is there's all sorts of smells going on, so these deer don't know anything is going on. Just keep on coming. From no deer to a crap load of deer, just like that. Hopefully this works out. Never done voiceover. Alright, so their deer are starting to come in. Getting into range. They're getting under 40 yards. I mean, some of the deer around me are like 10 yards. There's a little one off to the side that we seen in the beginning, and you still can't see him, but he's probably like 10 yards. They flinched because I went to shoot and the safety was on. There they go. Let's see what happens. Alright. I got blood in the snow, but it's getting dark. So I'm gonna follow this and see if I can't find our deer. Before it gets too dark. It's a good amount of blood. I forgot my flashlight, so I'll check back to you in a little bit. Alright guys, I found it. Pretty good sized doe. Alright. Now, it ran from all the way over there to up here. Whew. I'm gonna go get a light. Alright guys, so that deer was about 30 yards shot. Maybe 40, but most likely 30. I ranged the trees, and the trees were 30, oh no, the trees were 40. He was just inside there. So I got my sled and I found a light that I got from the Christmas party today. Woo! So at least that worked out. And I got my sled and I'm gonna get out here. I was hoping they'd come in a little sooner, but they came in right at last light. I mean, right at last light. And as you can see in the footage, there was a pack of them all headed to that feed bag. But I'm gonna try getting up here. Maybe I can get you some better looks at that blood trail, and I'll get that deer in my sled. And then when I get back to my truck that's warming up because it's cold out, then I'll show you what I used. Alright, so now you can see he's bleeding pretty good. He ran quite a ways, further than I wanted him to, but we still got the job done. Blood. Then, oh, there's more, but I'm guessing you get the point. Anyway, I'm gonna get up there. Whoop. There's some more. And some more. Alright guys, so we made it back. Oh, that deer ran probably 200 some yards. A lot further than I wanted to, but that is why I chose this open field scenario. It's about 20 degrees, it's cold, it's blowing. Tomorrow it's supposed to be like 15 all day. Anyway, as promised, this is what I used. AEA 110 grain pellet. So I know you guys are already, or somebody's, I've killed deer with 50 or 80 grain pellets. This is 110 grain. I didn't even know they make these, and so I was like searching around last week online and I found these. And I was like, you know what? That would work great. For the simple fact is I get speed and I get foot pounds. So I don't care what anybody says. You can't just go all foot pounds. You have to have speed and foot pounds. So with this I got 912 feet per second, which is just over 200 foot pounds. More than enough for what I wanted to do tonight. I hit both lungs and I nicked the heart. So I was not gonna haul that all back here to show you because it's cold. And this is why I like showing you guys what these things can do with different things. You don't always have to use a super heavy grain slug. The slower you go, the more foot pounds, but I want you to think of this. If you have the biggest, baddest truck around and you pull up to a snowbank and try to go through that snowbank slow, you're not going to make it. But if you start getting speed before you hit that snowbank, you're going to blow right through it. Same concept in my eyes. I've had it to where pellets are going with a lot of foot pounds but don't get a lot of penetration because they're going slow. So that is my opinion. I don't know, there's lots of opinions out there, but I definitely suggest, especially with lower power guns, to get that right balance of speed and power. Don't just go all power. Get yourself the energy, the speed to get up there and blow through that deer. All right, enough rambling. Sorry it wasn't super entertaining, but I got the point across that this gun can get it done. Until next time, guys, keep shooting.